Hello, I'm Jim Woodcock from Virtual Hero Media, and I'm here again with Marleen Vogelaar, CEO of Shapeways. We last recorded a video together at the end of last year. We released that video in January of this year. But the story actually precedes that, because this recording marks the 1 year anniversary, one of the 1 year anniversaries of this most recent story of Shapeways. Marleen, what has happened at Shapeways over the last 12 months since August 2024, when you and the new management team came on the scene?
Well, most importantly, when we came back onto the scene on August 1st, we, at that moment in time, had just acquired the Dutch assets of the old Shapeways, which meant that we could be fully operational again with our 3D printing service, but truly only on the B2B side and the managed account side. The self-serve was not up and running at that moment in time. And then we proceeded on our plan to make sure that we got a self-serve back, that we worked really hard to buy back the American assets that we were interested in, which we succeeded in late November of 2024. And at the same time, we clearly had already established that Shapeways had been a B2B brand in recent years. With the loss of the marketplace and specifically the marketplace data, it had made no sense to revive that on the Shapeways side. But we still very much care for the Shapeways community and believe in the fact that niche products will become mainstream, driven by creators. So therefore, we did start looking at an opportunity to find a new home for our Shapeways creators. And beyond our wildest dreams possible, we ended up being able to purchase Thanks. And so now we have a family of companies where we have on the B2B side, we have Shapeways, and on the other side, we have the Thanks acquisition, where we now focus on enabling creators to put their digital and physical manifestations of their 3D products, of their consumer hardware products into the market and share that with their following.
So that division of the old Shapeways as a bundle focused on B2C and B2B, we now have Shapeways as a family with Thangs more in the B2C space.
Yes.
And Shapeways as the B2B company. So how would you explain what Shapeways as the brand is now, as opposed to Thangs?
Well, Shapeways is the product development and manufacturing partner for digital native teams creating next generation devices and hardware. So what we want to do there is we really want to catalyze innovation by supporting hardware teams all the way from design and prototyping to short order production into lifecycle management. And if I go into more detail about it, is what you can see is if you look at what's happening, we truly believe that just like on the consumer side, niche is becoming mainstream, also on the B2B side, because you have this convergence of hardware automation, AI, 3D printing, and other on-demand technologies like CNC. And therefore, the cost of developing new robots, devices, hardware applications, and the time to do that has really come down in the last 15 years significantly. And therefore, the amount of applications that you can make that are very specific, for which the markets are not that big, is actually the opportunity to develop that is much higher now, and to actually be able to make money on that and make a product that people want. So now all of a sudden you go from the pest inspection drone flying above agricultural fields to a little cart on a railway track that can inspect for metal fatigue, to a robot that's riding around in a hospital delivering pharmacy straight to the nurse, so the nurse has more time with the patient at the bed. And so if you look at what we do there at Shapeways, these are often digital native teams with a lot of software knowledge. They don't necessarily have a lot of production capabilities. They often don't come from very traditional, high volume, kind of production arenas. But they have these incredible creative products for niche markets. And so what we bring is we can help them on the prototyping, product development side of things, on the design side, both on the design side as the prototyping, so making these iterations of having the product come to life quickly, help them there. Then in the middle of the life cycle, while the product is being sold, these products are not going to make 10 million of the same. Those markets are not that big. They need 100, 200, 500, 3,000. And that's what we're really good at with Shapeways, is making these high quality, small production volume runs that with very high dimensional stability. And because we do things like vapor smoothing, spray painting, heat inserts, it doesn't look any different from an injection molded part. And then at the end of the life cycle, we help with digital warehousing, because that's really important, like which part was supposed to work for which iteration of the product, because these product iterations go so quick that keeping good track of which item, which cover fitted with what item is really going to be very important. And then we can make spare parts. And the cool thing there, of course, is that it makes sure that these products, devices can stay into the market much, much longer. As they can keep developing software, they can upgrade the software of these devices. While in the meantime, if a hardware breaks down, we can just print a new part. And of course, that's not only great for the customers of our clients, but it's also better for sustainability.
So in terms of Shapeways as a brand, who are the people that you're looking to serve there? What sort of challenges do they share? And what are the capabilities that are developed or developing within Shapeways that will help them solve those challenges?
So the problems that they're trying to solve is they need some design support to tweak their design so it becomes manufacturable. They are trying to find production with no or zero MOQ. They probably have looked at trying to injection mold parts and have seen that it's way too expensive for the amount of items that they need. They don't always have a huge factory of their own, so they can do assembly, but they really need a manufacturing partner to supply them with their most important parts, their most important, let's say, non-printed circuit board parts of their product. And that's where we come in, and we can actually give them not only a printed part, but we can spray paint it, we can vapor smooth it, we can do heat inserts, we can do light assembly for them. So these often very digital native teams, then are supported with the fact that they get a product that is very easy to assemble in their final product, and they're not like trying to figure out and build a whole complicated factory.
Mm. So it's people who are finding that the current status quo in manufacturing is failing them, either because of scale, MOQs are too high, or they simply don't understand working with teams who have these great product ideas but are not product people in the sense of the hardware and the devices themselves. They are the brand builders, the market builders, the software builders, but they don't have the expertise or the capability in terms of hardware manufacturing, device manufacturing.
Yeah, they can develop it really well often, but the actual, bringing a product to market and designing it, designing a product that is really great fit for market is something very different than making sure that you can actually deliver this same product over and over again in a repeatable, reliable way. And that is really where we are strong in helping them bridge that gap.
Okay, so that's a clear vision of what Shapeways is becoming and how this evolution is happening. But as alluded to earlier, Shapeways as a B2B brand isn't anything new. No. So how have you found working with these B2B clients already as part of this journey?
Well, our most successful partnerships that we have at the company are exactly with these types of teams. And we have noticed in this last year working with them that enabling them to be successful in developing and bringing to market these next gen hardware solutions is actually a lot of fun. We've really been enjoying it, and we're making a real difference for these companies, and seeing them then thrive in the marketplace. And working together with them, seeing that happen, joining them on their journey, and us, and our sales team and our manufacturing team actually delivering the product exactly how they need it, and then seeing them thrive with their really great idea into the marketplace. That is a lot of fun to see. And because these are new products with great new ideas, you see these companies, with our support, scale and grow really quickly. And yeah, that's really satisfying and makes me really happy to see that. That's what that brings the fun to the work.
So anybody who is looking, who has these challenges, traditional manufacturing systems aren't able to either keep up with them or provide them with the flexibility that they need, the support that they need, and understand this new ecosystem of fast iteration, compressed product development times, short runs, but with the high quality that consumers expect, should be coming to shapeways.com, taking a look at the website, which is newly updated, and joining us on that exciting journey.
Yeah, please do. We're excited. We're ready.
Excellent. Okay, let's go. Well, that's enough to be getting on with. It ties in with the fact that it has been a phenomenally busy last 12 months. The next 12 months don't sound like they're going to be any slower. But thank you very much for taking the time today. And let's do this again in another 12 months' time and see where we're up to.
Yeah, no, thank you for the time. We're having fun with it, and it's an absolute joy to see these companies succeed with our support, and that's why we do it. So really looking forward for the next 12 months.
Excellent. Thanks again.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.